cell, in biology, the basic membrane-bound unit that contains the fundamental molecules of life and of which all living things are composed. A single cell is often a complete organism in itself, such as a bacterium or yeast. Other cells acquire specialized functions as they mature. These cells cooperate with other specialized cells and become the building blocks of large multicellular organisms, such as humans and other animals. A cell is enclosed by a plasma membrane, which forms a selective barrier that allows nutrients to enter and waste products to leave. The interior of the cell is organized into many specialized compartments, or organelles, each surrounded by a separate membrane. One major organelle, the nucleus, contains the genetic information necessary for cell growth and reproduction. Each cell contains only one nucleus, whereas other types of organelles are present in multiple copies in the cellular contents, or cytoplasm. Organelles include mitochondria, which are responsible for the energy transactions necessary for cell survival, lysosomes, which digest unwanted materials within the cell, and the endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi apparatus, which play important roles in the internal organization of the cell by synthesizing selected molecules and then processing, sorting, and directing them to their proper locations. In addition, plant cells contain chloroplasts, which are responsible for photosynthesis, whereby the energy of sunlight is used to convert molecules of carbon dioxide and water into carbohydrates. Between all these organelles is the space in the cytoplasm called the cytosol. The cytosol contains an organized framework of fibrous molecules that constitute the cytoskeleton, which gives a cell its shape, enables organelles to move within the cell, and provides a mechanism by which the cell itself can move. The cytosol also contains more than 10,000 different kinds of molecules that are involved in cellular biosynthesis, the process of making large biological molecules from small ones. Cell membranes protect and organize cells. All cells have an outer plasma membrane that regulates not only what enters the cell, but also how much of any given substance comes in. Glycerophospholipids are by far the most abundant lipids in cell membranes. Like all lipids, they are insoluble in water, but their unique geometry causes them to aggregate into bilayers without any energy input. This is because they are two-phased molecules, with hydrophilic, water-loving, phosphate heads and hydrophobic, water-fearing, hydrocarbon tails of fatty acids. In water, these molecules spontaneously align, with their heads facing outward and their tails lining up in the bilayer's interior. Thus, the hydrophilic heads of the glycerophospholipids in a cell's plasma membrane face both the water-based cytoplasm and the exterior of the cell. In addition to lipids, membranes are loaded with proteins. In fact, proteins account for roughly half the mass of most cellular membranes. Many of these proteins are embedded into the membrane and stick out on both sides. These are called transmembrane proteins. The portions of these proteins that are nested amid the hydrocarbon tails have hydrophobic surface characteristics, and the parts that stick out are hydrophilic.